On a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
1st and 10 at the
back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. They run the counter. Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep it with Penny on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Solomon Thomas
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49ers' 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Right there. 54. Right there.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's good.
A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run with Carson, and he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Watch 54.
Now it's Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, 49ers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
They run the counter. Carson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the 49er.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Ito Smith, his 1st carry, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Smith, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Black 80!
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Here we go. 80!
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Now Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Seahawks 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Stop your whining. 54.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
For the Seahawks.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the
so much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
7-yard line. It's a pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Eric Armstead.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Let's go, D. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Right. Switch. 36 power.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
Wilson.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. This will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 7, operating from the 34. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll go down at the 28. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That catch good for only a couple. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
3-yard line.
You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Their own 22-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
On the tackle.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 35-yard line.
Looks to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his target, Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
65. Check 26.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
8 yards on the pickup.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Garoppolo's
and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A 7-yard
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3 at the 6-yard line.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Niners 21, Seahawks 20.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. They go play action with Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 27, 49ers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 18-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Third quarter of play with the score Seahawks 27, 49ers 21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And a 49er first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
42.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique. and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Penny, the 1st down carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Carson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Myers able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
There defensively.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Garoppolo now. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Jackson on the keeper.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football.